Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to do a crochet cast on for the loom. I'll be demonstrating how to do the cast on for this baby dress that I'm making. It can be used for any project that you want to have a nice pretty crochet edge on. For this demonstration I am using 3 strands of the Bernat Jacquard's Florals yarn. It is a 3-weight yarn, which is why I am using 3 strands. The pattern is written for a 4-weight with 2 strands. But for this demonstration I am using 3 of the 3-weight. As you can see, I have already done the straps, both straps, and now I am getting ready to do the crochet cast on. I am going to designate this peg, which I have counted off from this side as being peg 20. It is going to be my beginning peg on my rounds, and that is where we're going to begin at. Now then, I have turned my loom around because it's just easier for me. I am using today a J size crochet hook. It is really not important what size you use as long as it matches your yarn weight, because you're just putting them on the pegs anyway. So first you want to loop your yarn onto your hook, bring it around your, let's back up, so sorry about that. First of all, in order not to have a gap between this last peg of your strap and your first peg, what we need to do is run our crochet hook through the loop that is on that last peg that has your working yarn on it. And we are going to then yarn over, whoops, see I pulled that off, pull it through and put that loop that I just pulled off. You do not have to pull that off. And so sorry about my children yelling in the background. It is spring break for us. Okay, so now then, if you can see here, I have got a loop now through that loop that is on that peg. There is an easier way to do that. I'm just extra clumsy today, trying to keep it all in front. Okay, so now we've got our hook on our, you're going to take your working yarn in front of the peg. You're going to bring, it's kind of hard to get my camera done and everything. You're going to bring your loop that's on your crochet hook behind the peg. You're going to loop, because remember I've got it back, I've got my loom backwards. You're going to pull it and you're going to crochet it through, and then you're going to pull that loop to your next peg, bring your working yarn to the front and through. Now then, since we are using loom clips, and since I'm using 3 strands, I have got to make sure that I get all 3 of those through each stitch. Now then, since we're using loom clips on this project, instead of going to this one next, we go to our loom peg, our clip peg, as if it was the end peg on the loom. Same thing, bring your working yarn in front, your loop to the back. Okay, now then I've turned it around again, and then once again, since we're working with the loom clip, we don't do the one that is directly next to it. We're not doing this one, we are doing this one here. So then we will crochet it, and then again, had to make some adjustments to my light because it's getting in my way. Okay, and then once again, all you do is bring the working yarn to the front, your loop to the back of the peg, yarn over, pull through. And then you will do that all the way across that side of the loom to the next loom clip. Okay, I have done my cast on, poked my straps back through. I've done my cast on all the way along that, which actually will be your front side of your dress, but along the back side of the loom from my starting point. I've gotten right down here, and the same thing applies to this peg. You don't want to do this one. We do this one as if it was the one down here on the end. Bring your yarn to the front, yarn over, draw it through your loop, and the same thing on this peg. You don't do this one, you do this one. Turned my loom around, and then we will do that one. Now then, still trying to get my loom fixed. Okay, now then, we are almost to our first strap. And we will crochet that one so that now we have got our, sorry, there is a knot there. Joys of working with 3 strands. Okay, so now then we still have our loop that's on our crochet hook. We've got it done here. Now we are to here. What we're going to do now is we are going to place that loop on that peg, that first peg of your strap. Except we're not going to do it like I just did. You're going to bring your working yarn to the back and then let that, yeah. So then it's there. Okay, I have turned my loom back around. There's a lot of loom finagling, but once you get it down, you'll be a pro at it, and normally just doing a crochet cast on is not this much work. Okay, so now we have put our loop on our first peg of our strap. Now then, you're going to E-wrap cast on that peg, the next 2 pegs, and then after we we E-wrap those 2, we're going to start our crochet cast on again with this last peg. That way we will not have that gap between on our strap with our cast on edge. Okay, so now I've got it flipped back around. So you've got your E-wrap on this. You've put your loop on this peg. You've E-wrapped that peg and that peg. Now then, we are to the last peg with the strap. You are going to hook your yarn around your hook. Bring it around. Trying to get it back within the frame. Whoops, that one's trying to pop off. And pull it through like that. See, this ladder then still has the one like these with the E-wrap, but then you're going to end up with your crochet between these 2. Now then, you will continue to crochet over to the next one. Trying to do this within the frame. It's kind of hard how I've got my light. Still real new to this, so still real low tech. And there's that one. Oops. Didn't get it through all 3 strands. There it goes. If you're working with 2 or especially 3, be super careful that you get all of them through. Now then, we're going to do this one right there. Now then, we're to our second strap. Now, you will place this loop, just like you did on your other strap. You will place that on your hook right there. Well, except I did it wrong again. You've got to bring that to the back and that there. Spring break, kids running amok in the background. Okay, we have got our loop then placed back on our first peg of our strap. Now then, okay, I have got that placed back on. My loop is back on that peg there, your first one for your strap. I keep repeating myself because I keep forgetting where I'm at. Now then, we are going to do an E-wrap cast on for those last 3 pegs. Now then, see, we're back to peg 1. our starting peg rather, for how we're going to do our rounds. Then all you would have to do is knit over only, because the only ones you have 2 loops on are going to be with the straps. So all you have to do now is just knit those over, the ones that have 2 loops on them, and then you will be ready for your first round of your dress. Now the same thing would apply for anything else. When you're doing it in the round for a cap, for instance, and you get back to that first peg, that same thing would apply. You would place your loop then that's on your crochet hook onto your first peg that you already have a loop on. That will be your first knit over, or else you will have that break between the pegs. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this is helpful for you, and you have a good day.